Imagine being like out there at the supermarket and you're got your bags, you're moving to your car, and you see 3 chimps running your way. Like, oh no. They must fucking hate people. They must fucking hate people.
How did they get out? Did they figure it out? Yeah, I wonder if they like picked a lock or something. You know what I mean?
Could you imagine if they figured out how to pick locks?
Right.
Oh my God, we're fucked. They got a stick in there, and the other one's moving the stick. Like, maybe they pay attention to where they turn the key, and they're like, I heard a click in there. Just if that click is the key, don't get that thing to click. And at nighttime, when no one's around, they got sticks in there, and they're going in there. There's some, I guess it would be anthropologists that are speculating that some primates have moved into the Stone Age right now.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you think about the Stone Age with ancient primates that became people, that process is happening right now with like chimpanzees and orangutans. Like there's you ever see the photo of the orangutan that spearfishes?
No.
It's crazy. He's hanging onto a tree with one hand, and he's got a stick with the other hand. He's fucking stabbing at fish.
Jeez.
Yeah. They're so close to us. They're just like a few million years away, as opposed to like a slug. Mm-hmm. Like so distant, they're not figuring out shit. But monkeys and chimps and all those primates, man, they're fucking thinking creatures. They're calculating. And
when they get those neural links in them, like you've seen the ones with the monkeys that can like use their mind,
dude. But I mean, what would happen? Like legitimately, what would happen? So if this is the argument that chimpanzees are moving into the Stone Age, what if chimps all of a sudden they start talking? Like what? How do we give them a country? Do we let them in the UN? Like what are we talking? Like if a million years from now, if human beings are still around. And chimpanzees have continued to evolve to the point where they start making clothes. They start killing antelopes and scraping the fat off of the skins and drying them out, wearing them as clothes and shit.
They start having rights. You're allowed to marry them.
Oh, boy. Right. Like the same people that think you should be a cat. Like I identify as a cat. I think a chimp should be. You can marry a chimp. He wants to marry you. You want to marry him? Let's go. I mean, that's basically what that lady did in Connecticut. That lady that had she had a chimpanzee and she was feeding it Xanax and drinking wine and sleeping in the same bed with it. And then her friend came over and the chimp tore her friend apart. Mm-hmm. Probably because her friend was cock blocking. Right? Don't you think? Like that that was the speculation, was that lady was banging that chimp. Because chimps probably have a big old dong. Don't you think?
I don't know. I don't feel like I've ever seen a chimp dick.
If you're a lady and you're not getting any play from humans, and you got this chimp that lives with you, and this is a big-ass chimp, too. This is like a really well-fed chimp. So he's like, I want to say he was close to 200 pounds. He was fucking huge. You ever see pictures of him with a diaper? Mm-hmm. It's really confusing because you don't know how to feel about that. Like, on one hand, this lady loves this chimp, but... when it goes wrong, they don't know what the rules are. They have no idea. Like, laws? What are you talking about? I'm going to bite your fingers off. If it's not her, that's the other guy that got attacked who brought a birthday cake for a chimp that he used to have. You know that story? Mm. He used to have a chimp that they took care of, and he got to a point where he was getting dangerous, and they couldn't keep him anymore, so they brought him to, like, a place where they have chimpanzees, and they brought him a birthday cake. And the other chimps were furious that they didn't get a cake because chimps get really jealous, and they got out and fucked that guy up. Wow. Just tore him apart, tore his feet off.
That's right. Wasn't that in California, right?
I don't know where that was, but yeah, you can't do that to them. You can't just keep them contained like that. It's fucked. It's not necessary. It's like I don't think there's a good argument for doing that. The whole argument is that people get to look at them. Really? That's it? But there's parts of the world where their habitat is being encroached upon, they're in danger. So then there's that argument, right? Like maybe there should be a place where people protect them just in case they get to the point where, they're on the verge of extinction, because that would fucking suck. You know how devastating that would be to humans, to our psyche, of where we fit in the world if chimps went extinct? It was like, how many chimps are there? Let's take a guess.
So, every state.
I'm going to say 50,000. Jamie's making noises over there. I'm way off.
It's a very low number, and there's a reason why.
Oh. Okay, I might stick with my 20,000.
Okay, what's the number?
about 300.
What?
In all the zoos in the world?
The remaining 1,700 were bred for inhumane medical research.
Oh.
They don't all go to zoos.
Like the movie 28 Days Later, right? When they give them that rage shit and they break out, zombie apocalypse. Tell me they wouldn't do that. Like before COVID, nobody thought like, well, this is a fun premise for a movie. This could never happen.
Yeah, I don't know how many are. As of 2015, this article says more than 730 remain in government or private research facilities. Some 540, I believe, were released at this time.
What's the option? If you're not going to use chimps, what do you use? Horrible people?
Yes.
Mass
Prisoners.
murderers, prisoners.
Yeah, why aren't they?
School shooters. Mm-hmm. Do you think people would sign off on that? You know what's interesting? They probably wouldn't. They'd probably say, no, you can kill them, but you can't practice medicine on them.
I wonder.
You can't put lipstick in their eyeballs and see what the shit they do with rabbits and stuff.
Yeah, but if you say to somebody and go, hey, instead of using animals for testing, this person that is on death row, would you rather have that than killing an animal?
What, if you give them the option?
Yeah.
Man, that's a fucked up option.
I wonder. I bet people would say the prisoner on death row.
Well, the problem is, like, the justice system sucks. And there's a lot of people that are on death row that are 100% innocent. That's a fact. And so, like, a lot of people think the death penalty in itself is inhumane. And that, in fact, the woman who's the governor of Oregon, she just commuted, I believe it was 17 people that were on death row.